Hello everyone, I'm Sharpedo43 once again, bringing you all another Wi-Fi battle. This one's going to be against PaPaSea. I don't know if this is a UU battle or an OU battle. I think it's an OU battle, but it's like not necessarily your typical OU battle. It's just, I think, a battle kind of like where people use whatever they want and whatnot, kind of a thing. Because, yeah. But, yeah, our opponent is PaPaSea. I decided to bring this team against him. It's basically my offensive UU team that I used in a couple battles. The reason why I used this team was because I know that PaPaSea likes to use Pokemon that are not very like top tier and try hardish kind of Pokemon. So I wanted to see if I can find a team that can kind of add up to. It can kind of measure well with his the caliber of his teams. So but because I couldn't find one or I couldn't make one, I just decided to go with this UU team. So, and plus the majority of this is pretty good anyway. So if he did brought something like tryhard, I think this team can fare well. I believe anyways. But yeah, this is the battle with PaPaSea. This was actually a battle that I got with him on his stream on YouTube, by the way. He actually streams on YouTube. He does stream on Twitch as well, but I think recently he's been moving to YouTube because I think he feels that YouTube is better, which is fine with me. I don't really mind. To each their own, in all honesty. But yeah, all that aside, here we go. I lead off with Latias. He leads off with Apple, which is the Mamoswine. Seeing this lead instantly tells me that what he wants to do here is just get rocks up and then just try to do all kinds of other stuff. So what I do here is go straight for the Draco Meteor. If it doesn't KO, it's most likely because of the Sash, or so I thought, because this doesn't even put it down to the red HP bar, which I thought would be the case. But then I kept reminding myself that this is a Latias and not a Latios, so yeah. Because I think Latios would have definitely brought it down to its Sash if it carried one. So here, as you can see, he does go for the Stealth Rocks. He could have Icicle Crashed me here, but I didn't think he wanted to do that, seeing how he led with Mamoswine. So yeah, here, I thought he would want to stay in now and just try to go for a last stage Ice Shard, so that I went for another Draco Meteor, but instead what he does is actually save Mamoswine and go straight into Scizor. And this basically allows him to get a free U-turn off. Anticipating the U-turn, here I decided to switch into Beware just to take the U-turn. But I think here, instead of going for U-turn, I think he goes instead for the knockoff after taking rocks here on my switching with Beware. And this Scizor turns out to also be a Mega Scizor, so this actually scared me because honestly, I don't really have much for the Scizor. I think the only thing I have is the, no, not even, what's it called, Nidoking, because Nidoking doesn't even have Flamethrower on this set. So, yeah, he does go for knockoff. Here I'm forced to switch out. And here's where I was just hoping he goes for, like, I don't know, a U-turn maybe. Because here what I'm going to do now is switch into Primarina. On the off chance this thing has, like, superpower or something. So, yeah. But here, thankfully, he actually just goes for the U-turn, which still ends up doing a lot of damage, let's be real here. And now he's going to go into Taiga, which is this Sarina. Now here, I definitely don't want to lose Primarina because Primarina is a Specs one here. And I don't want to risk losing it right away because I think it can put in a lot of work. So what I do here is go into Nidoking because I wanted a hard switch into it to take a Drop Kick. But crazily enough, this guy actually runs Power Whip on this Sarina. I was like, huh? Yo, I don't think I've ever seen a Sarina with Power Whip. Most Sarinas that I've seen have always gone for Drop Kick. So I went into this thinking that it would be Drop Kick the move I'd be expecting. But no. It was actually Power Whip, so holy cranberries. Right out of the gate, I lose Nidoking, and this is actually really bad because what I wanted to do with this Nidoking was actually get my rocks up and start attacking things really offensively. But now that's not possible. So here I go into Tornadus. I definitely had a feeling he would want to switch this thing in. Switch out, I meant to say. So I went into this Tornadus, and I went for Defog at first, and then I went for the Z move here because since he sent in Scizor, and not a whole lot on my team can answer Scizor reliably, that is, because if Primarina can't outspeed the Scizor, it can just get bullet punched really hard and just go down. So what I did here was use this Supersonic Sky Strike move on the Scizor from this Tornadus, which was really good. The basis move for it was Hurricane, so this allowed me to basically take this thing out. I was actually afraid it was going to live because some Scizors, or Mega Scizors specifically, are usually bulky on the def side or physical side. It usually depends on the preferences. So yeah. So after taking this thing out, here he goes into Mamoswine, and I definitely did not want to risk him just going straight for his Stealth Rock, so I definitely just went for Superpower on the off chance he tries to do that. And as you can see, now he does try to get the last ditch Ice Shard here, which almost takes me out, but doesn't take me out. I wonder if that was actually a damage roll, but I don't know. Bottom line is that I now get to take out this Mamoswine, which is really good. And here he goes into Conkeldurr, which instantly tells me that he just wants to go for Mach Punch to finish this thing off. So what I do here is get a Prankster Tailwind up. And the reason why is because I don't know what the speed stat of Conkeldurr is. I think it's 50, but I don't know if it's speed invested or not. I don't know if this Primarina is speed invested or not. So what I wanted to do right here was get the Tailwind up and then send in Primarina and then go for a safe Moonblast. So, and now he has no switch-ins because this Primarina is actually choice specs. And here, as you can see, I just take out this Conkeldurr, no problemo. Like without worrying anything. Now here with this Sarina, I was thinking, he probably wants to be able to take a hit, which at first I was thinking, yeah, it might be able to take a hit, but it will definitely be weakened, except not really, because this Sarina actually is bulky as all hell. Like seriously, I was not expecting it to take a Specs Moonblast from a Primarina that well. Not only does it survive, but it also retaliates with a Power Whip, and now I'm kind of left with like nothing. Now here, this is another problem. I sent in Latias, and here I thought I could just weaken it even further with Psyshock, but I actually had Psychic on this thing, so I was like, ugh. So I'm not even sure if I can 2-hit KO this Sarina either. So I was like, oh great. So now I'm forced to switch out because I do not want to lose Latias here, because Latias is kind of my answer to outspeed no, it's not Tornadus. I think it's Thundurus. Yeah, Thundurus. On the off chance it's Scarfed, I needed to get at least some damage on it, and then I can send in Sharpedo and maybe get a speed boost. So yeah, here what I did here was send in Beware to take a possible play rough, and he actually ends up going for U-turn, which is interesting. And then here he does go for the Thundurus. I went into Beware obviously on the hard switch, but I actually lose Beware to one Thunderbolt, and then thankfully here's where it reveals that that this Thundurus is actually Life Orb and not Z-moved, or even Scarf, because if it was Scarf, once again my Sharpedo is not jolly, and as a result I think even with a speed boost, if it's Scarfed and Timid, I would not be able to outspeed. And on top of that, if it was Z-moved, it would definitely be able to bypass Protect and just take out my Sharpedo, so thankfully that wasn't the case. Here I send it in, I Protect, I get the +1 speed, and then here is where he tries to go for Volt Switch. Does not happen because I get Protect. I get my Speed Boost, and because this is not a Choice Scarfing Thundurus or a Z-moving one, I am definitely just safe to go for a Crunch. I stay as regular Sharpedo just in case. Like I usually get paranoid sometimes, and I always feel like something is gonna randomly outspeed me, even though it doesn't look likely. Just like how that Sarina took that freaking Moonblast from a Specs Primarina. Although now that I think about it, it was probably AV with maybe some HP investment. I don't know. But it took that Moonblast way too good that I didn't even know what to expect anymore. So here he goes into Jellicent, and I Mega Evolve now that I got +2 speed, and now I'm just gonna crunch this thing. And I think his last Pokemon is the Sarina, which is weakened, and after the how it took the Moonblast, it's very, very clear now that it's probably AV. But even then, I just needed the +2 just to be absolutely sure, because I do not want things to go completely wrong here. I almost lost because of a bunch of unexpected outcomes or events that happened in this battle, such as Sarina one-shotting my Nidoking because it turned out to have Power Whip instead of Drop Kick, or Sarina taking Moonblasts from Primarinas that are choice specs. It was weird. I think that Sarina was like the biggest thing that like threw me off in this battle. And maybe that, and maybe the fact that the Scizor, no, I think everything else. I think Sarina was like the one thing that kind of threw me off in this entire battle. It did a lot of work against me, and it was actually putting a lot of my mons down. It put down my Primarina, it put down my Nidoking. It almost KO'd my Latias. It was doing quite an amount of work, so that Sarina was like probably the biggest threat on this guy's team. The Thundurus might have been, but only if it was like a Choice Scarf or Z-move variant. But because it was Life Orb, I was like relieved that my Sharpedo can just come in, Protect, and then attack. And especially because his last 3 Pokemon were not only weak to Sharpedo, but also just kind of weakened. And the one mon that he had healthy, which was the Jellicent, could definitely get one-shotted with a Adamant Stab Crunch that's boosted by Strong Jaw from a Sharpedo, obviously Mega Sharpedo. So that was a pretty cool battle. Like I thought I was gonna lose right there, as you guys saw, because I was kind of getting played around with that Sarina. Like I don't think I was playing around the Sarina very, very well, but at the same time I wasn't expecting a lot of the things that Sarina had, so that was actually really, really crazy. But yeah, I still was able to thankfully pull out the win narrowly with Mega Sharpedo, and not to mention I got another Mega Sharpedo sweep, and against PaPaSea. But yeah, nonetheless, good game to PaPaSea. That was definitely a fun battle in my opinion. I like battling PaPaSea also, just because he streams battles on a regular basis, and I can always get a battle with him, and I don't always have to use the try hardness of OU to always face him, even though he's usually asking for OU battles on his YouTube stream. So yeah, but anyways, good game once again. I'll leave his handles in the description below so you guys can check him out, because he's a pretty awesome guy in my opinion. But yeah, thank you all for watching once again. I set the like for like the 50th time now, all exaggerating aside. I hope to catch you guys in the next battle, but for now, just take it easy.